Hi, in this video, we will see data type conversion or typecasting. So when assigning one data type to another data type, the two types might not be compatible with each other. If the data types are compatible, then Java will perform the conversion automatically, and it is called automatic type conversion. And if both are not compatible, then we need to cast or convert explicitly. Okay. So we have two types of conversions in Java. The first one is widening or automatic conversion. The second one is narrowing or explicit conversion. So we will see with the example these things. So first, widening or automatic conversion, what it is. Okay. When a small primitive data type value is automatically accommodated in a bigger or wider primitive data type. This is called widening of the variable. For example, int type variable is assigned to long type variable without any data loss or issues. Means you see here int I equals to 10. Long L is equals to I, means I am assigning integer value to long. So there is no problem. The reason is long will have like it will occupy more memory, right? So you can copy, means you can assign integer value to long. There is no problem and you will not get any error, and Java will take care of these things automatically. Okay. So when you try to print this system.out.println I, the output is 10, and system.out.println L, the output is 10. There is no problem. You will get the output. So you can assign the lower values into lower data type to higher data type. Okay. So that is called widening or automatic conversion. So narrowing or explicit conversion. When a larger primitive data type values is assigned to a smaller size primitive data type, this is called a narrowing of the variable. It can cause some data loss due to less number of bits available to store the data, right? So when you try to put this larger data type into smaller data type, obviously, then you lose some data. We will see that with an example. It requires explicit typecasting to required data type. For example, int type variable is assigned to byte type variable with data loss. Okay. See just an example. Float f is equals to 100.0 f, right? So if I try to put this f into I, what happens? It will not fit. For that, you need to typecast with the help of this in front of this value. If you put that what type, this left side we have int, right? The same type you need to mention here. I am converting this into this int type. So this is called explicit conversion. So you need to mention the same data type here with this brackets. Then it will convert into, means float converted into integer. But when you try to print, actually it has to print 100.0, but it will print 100 only. The reason is integer value will store only these. It will not take the decimal values, right? So because of that, it will skip the decimal value. So you lost this decimal value when you converted from float to int. Okay. So we'll go to Visual Studio Code and we'll try to write one program. So data type, otherwise typecasting dot Java. So I need to create class, public class typecasting, public static void main string aux. So now, in simple term, what do you mean by casting? Casting means converting one data type to another data type. This is simple definition. One type to another data type. Now we'll see implicit. Okay. otherwise automatic type conversion. How it will be? So let's take an example. You have double D is equals to 10. Okay, what is this value? Actually, value is what? So integer. So to make it more clear, I'll say int I is equals to 10. Then I'll change 10 this to I. Means I am trying to assign one integer value to double. So there is no problem. The reason is the integer is taking less memory, double will take more memory. So without any issues, you can assign integer values to double. Okay, so this is what int to double. No problem. Automatically it will convert. Then I can say float f is equals to I. Okay, float f is equals to I. Here also there is no problem. Okay, so it will convert integer to float without any issues. That is automatic. So int to float. And long L is equals to I. All right, long L is equals to I. Here also no problem. Lower into higher. So we can do automatically int to long. Okay, and the same way I have float f1 is equals to 1.234 f, something like this. If I take double, d1 is equals to f1. Okay, now I am assigning float value to double. Double is more than float, so automatically there is no problem. It is automatically convert from low float to what? Double. Okay, this is automatic conversion. So if you want to print, okay, what I will do, system.out.println. What I'll print here? So I'll print D. Okay, I'll print D. Let me take these things also. DFL. Okay, DFL. And the same way, if I try to print D1, okay, whatever we have done here, we will see. What is this? Typecasting. I'll try to execute this. Java typecasting.java. You see that? Now integer, I'm storing it to double. The default double will have what? Decimal value. So 10 is become 10.0. It is applicable for float also. The integer converted to float. No problem. And long is also converted to what? 10. So it will not give you that L, but output is showing 10, but there is no problem, no issues. So F1 is equals to, now it is 1.234 converted into some double value. Okay, it increased these decimal values. Okay, that's how it will happen. Okay, so now what we will do, just a separator to differentiate that information. So now what I'll do, int I1 is equals to what? 1.234. Okay, I'll give something like this. Now int I2 is equals to 10L. Okay, int I3 is equals to 1.23 f, and the same way float, okay, float f2 is equals to 1.2345, something like that. Okay, if I'm not mentioning f, means this is double. Okay, now if I try to print this information, okay, now what I'm doing here, I am assigning what? Double to int. So you will get error. It is not possible. Okay. So you cannot store bigger value into smaller value. Here, long to int, you will get error. Here also, float to integer. No, it's not possible, error. Here, float to double. Sorry, double to float. I'm trying to. So not possible, error. So let me change this one to I1, I2, I3, and here F2. Okay. Now I'm trying to print these values. So if this is Eclipse or IntelliJ IDE, then automatically here itself it will show error. Okay. So otherwise, when you compile, the compile time means when you the moment when you write, it will show. You cannot do all these things. Okay. So we'll see what exactly error will get. You see that? You see, I1 is got 1.234, double to int error. Issue is the actual error is incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from double to int, possible lossy conversion from double to int. Okay. And then here also possible lossy conversion from long to int and then double to float. Okay. Right. So we got 4 errors. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 errors we have got. So what we'll do, this is how it is not possible. Now how it will be possible? Let me comment this code. Let me first, I'll copy this and I'll comment this. So the same thing, I'll copy paste again. Now I have to do explicit conversion. So what I will do now, explicit conversion. Okay. So how it is possible? So explicit conversion. What I told you, left side, what is there? We need to mention the same thing here in the brackets. Now I am saying explicitly convert this double to int. Okay. So same thing for remaining things also. Okay. Here what I need to do, I need to convert this double to float. Okay. Now we explicitly converted which form I want. I need to put the same thing here. Okay. Now you will not get these errors. Okay. Remove this error. But what we'll get, we will see. Okay. You see that it became 1. It became 10. Again, it became 1. Now the last one became 1.2345. Okay. So here it will not show F, but it will give you that floating point value. See, there is a loss in the data. Actual value is 1.234, but it removed this 0.234. Okay. Here 0.23 is their float. It removed 0.23. We lost some data. So when you do this type of conversion, explicit conversion, there is a chance of losing some data. Here, if you have more than something like this, then we'll try to do the same thing. You see that you have more information, that double will be more decimal values, right? But what happened? It narrowed down. Right. So it is giving only till here only, means you lost some data. So this is how the type conversion will happen in Java. And we'll see one more thing. One last example we'll see, try to understand. So let's take an example. You have double, we use D2. We have double D1. Double D2 equals to 12.34, okay, plus 3. What could be the output? Okay, we'll see what is the output and we'll discuss that. D2. Okay, so when I try to execute the same thing again, you see that it became 15.34. Okay, 15.34. 12 plus 3, what? 15.34. So internally how it will do, okay, so 12.34. Now it will become automatic type conversion 3.0. It will become 3.0. Okay, first it will convert this integer to this double. Okay, then it is adding. Right, automatically it will take care of this. So this is how it will execute. Okay, type, it will convert and it will execute and it will give the output. It only looks for the, it will not look for the decimal values. It will look for this before this point, decimal point, 12 plus 3. After that, it will add some zeros and it will give the output. It will add and give the output as 15.34. Okay, so this is all about type conversion in Java. So what are the possible interview questions here? What is type conversion or typecasting in Java? What is widening in Java? What is narrowing in Java? Means type conversion. What is implicit conversion or what is explicit conversion? Okay, so you may face these kind of questions in your interview. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.